When the police came, they wouldn't let me look at all, but I knew that my sister was not going to make it.
This morning, an investigation underway after a gunman opens fire on his elderly neighbors.
A call for action over living conditions. Why residents say their neighborhood isn't meeting basic expectations.
I've seen a couple of showers pop up this morning. So far, not a big deal, but we'll talk about what the day has in store coming up.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to News 3 Now this morning. Thanks for joining us on a Monday morning, August 29th. I'm Josh Breiter.
And I'm Leah Lynchine. Chris Stanford has the day off. He's sending his girls back to school this morning.
It's that time of the year. It's a big week as a lot of folks are heading back. First, though, before back to school, you were watching some showers on the radar, Chris Reese.
Yeah, I am watching a couple. These are very isolated in nature, and they move through and out within 5, 10, maybe even 15 minutes at the longest. So, that being said, this is Doppler track this morning. Here's what I'm watching. We've seen a couple of showers pop up over about the last hour, and they quickly race to the east in the process. So that's the main focus of the morning. But outside of that, I mean, these showers are puny, and they really are showers. We have lost the lightning count at this point. What we're watching in the Madison Metro happens to be on the east side. Most of this is going to be east of the interstate. One just leaving the town of Pleasant Springs, moving over towards Christiana, south of Deerfield. Another one in Cottage Grove that's moving right along I-94, mainly just south of it. And that's going to go through the town of Marshall as we go through the next couple of moments here. But outside of that, we're generally dry. The showers that we were watching across parts of Greene County, those have moved out of the picture as well. A live look from our station tower camera. It's definitely hazy. We definitely have a little bit of that gray look. 73 degrees right now. Winds are out of the south at 8 miles per hour. We are all seeing our temperatures generally into the 70s, but we have strong southwest winds. Here's your cold front. Just back to the north and west, where you see that wind shift. Once that cold front comes through, we'll be able to really clear out our chances to see some showers of thunderstorms. But until that happens, stay on guard. Humidity will come down later on this evening. We'll top out at 85.
Okay, Chris Reese keeping an eye on that weather for us this morning. We appreciate it. All right, at 6:01, breaking news on the launch that was expected to make history this morning.
Shane Hogan is here now with new details just into the newsroom on this much anticipated Artemis launch. Shane, what are we hearing?
Yeah, Josh, well, today was supposed to be the day for NASA to prepare for this launch, but they are dealing with some issues. Right now, they are just reading reports right now, looking into some problematic issues. They're saying one of the engines, the number 3 engine, had a crack on the inner core tank and making this launch a little less likely today. Again, this is all happening from the Kennedy Space Center in Florida as Artemis 1 was supposed to launch today. Now, there is still a chance that it could happen, so they are kind of monitoring how things are going right now. But again, the possible launch being held off today. There is some weather that they're monitoring as well, and if the weather was an issue, the backup plan was scheduled for this Friday. So we are monitoring that situation as well. But again, as of just about 15 minutes ago, they say the launch unlikely. This is coming from NASA as they work to understand these issues with one of the engines. Again, a crack on the inner core tank and making things a little bit less likely. So we'll continue to follow this morning, whether or not the launch will take off. It was supposed to happen just about 7:30 Central Time. So they're monitoring this situation now. We'll keep you up to date as we learn more.
Yeah, you're still taking a live look at Artemis this morning. Shane Hogan with those breaking details. We're going to continue to follow up with you. Thank you very much.
All right, coming up on 6:04 right now, around the state this morning, Milwaukee police investigating after a gunman opened fire on his elderly neighbors.
Surveillance video caught the suspect on camera, killing one person and injuring 3 others. Police believe the unnamed suspect then set this house next door on fire. One of the victims, Carrie Barnhill, is speaking out from her hospital room as she recovers. She was in town from Colorado visiting family. She says she now has 3 bullets in one foot, 2 in the other, 1 in her leg.
It was my sister, Ronnie, my friend, and also the gentleman who shot us, sister. Even when the bullets was going in my feet, I did not move because being retired from the Air Force, I knew that would be a sign that I was still alive.
Barnhill says her 82-year-old sister, Shirley, was right in the line of fire. Milwaukee police, again, not naming the suspect. That person is also not under arrest right now. Just about 6:04, neighbors in the Madison neighborhood, Highland Manor, say they're experiencing problems with key aspects of living, things like trash pickup and maintenance issues. In this call for action, our Catherine Merck has more on the park's condition and what the city is doing to try and help.
I live in this park. I have for 29 years.
Michelle Bast says her trailer park was once so much more than it is now.
It just was starting to look like a trailer trash park. And that's not what we've ever looked like, and not what we want to look like.
Michelle says there are more than 360 mobile homes in Highland Manor. She and her neighbors, Patricia and Eugene, say they're having lots of maintenance issues.
The first issue we had, of course, is our lights. 39 of the street lights are out. It's not very safe to walk in here anywhere at night.
You're outside on the street, and it's pitch black.
The second was we had trash everywhere.
Every time I go over to the mailboxes to get the mail, I see trash laying on the ground.
The main thing is the road. The other side is so rough. I'm not going to put my car through it.
And at one time, we were one of the most beautiful communities and well-maintained and clean in here, but we haven't been that way.
Those neighbors tell me they believe a private company is the source of these problems.
We have seen the big change since Lakeshore Management has taken over.
Lakeshore Management got back to me Sunday afternoon through an email response. They told me they are working to fix the problems by early September. But residents say they've heard this before.
They were going to do the roads. They ain't got the roads done. We're going to have all new lights put in. There ain't no new lights. They're the same as what they were 3 years ago.
Alder Sherry Carter has decided to step in to try to help these residents. She says there's a couple reasons why the property could be having these problems, including separating the jobs of the private company and the city.
I don't think that the mobile home park has maintenance crew, so that adds to the confusion of when things are supposed to be done. The other factor is it is private for some things and city for others.
Carter says she has plans in the works to make sure Lakeshore Management keeps their word.
And I think that if it's not done by early September, then there's got to be a way that we go to the next level.
We should have no reason why we shouldn't be able to live in a community that's clean.
As for Michelle and her neighbors, they hope this problem can be fixed as soon as possible, as they struggle to avoid the stereotype they fear their home has become.
It's a community. It's not what you would concept as a trailer park.
Places start to look really trashy, and that's not something we want to live in.
In Madison for Call for Action, I'm Catherine Merck with News 3 Now.
The alderman says if things with the park don't get resolved by early September, the next step is contacting the city attorney's office. Well, a ribbon-cutting ceremony over the weekend in Sun Prairie. West High students prepare for life at a brand new school.
Afterwards, students, their families, and community members got to tour the building and its brand new facilities. 1 week from tomorrow, more than 1,300 students will walk through Sun Prairie West's doors for their first day of school. A $164 million referendum voted on 3 years ago allowed for a second comprehensive high school to be built, with the original high school now named Sun Prairie East.
We're excited for this community to finally be able to get in, to see this new school. This is their school. They passed $164 million in increased taxes for them for children in the school district. And we could not be more grateful to the community for what they're providing to children in the school district.
Some of the school's new features include a performing arts center, a pool, 2 gyms, and learning communities referred to as dens, which are equipped with new technology to help students collaborate with each other on a variety of subjects.
I am excited for all of the collaboration areas because they have really fun chairs, but they also have whiteboard walls where a whole bunch of people can gather. Like if you're in physics but also taking calculus, you're able to sort of combine those 2 classes and collaborate in that area, work through problem sets that take calculus principles and applying them with physics.
Sun Prairie West wasn't the only school in the district opening with a ribbon-cutting ceremony this weekend. The new Central Heights Middle School and Prairie Phoenix Academy also celebrated their grand openings.
Big day for Sun Prairie.
Yeah, big day for Sun Prairie. Big week for schools here. The next week's going to be big for all the kiddos and teachers out there.
6:09 coming up. Advice for any car buyers from Consumer Reports during this crazy time to try and find a vehicle.
And the countdown is on. It's the last week before the start of the NFL football season. We'll show you what's at stake for players.
This is the 2022 Nissan Pathfinder and Rogue. With a range of drive modes, you can take a Sunday stroll in the least basic of places.
Get the 2022 Rogue with best-in-class fuel economy.
I worked really hard to save for retirement, worked all the hours I could, whatever it took. But Ron Johnson thinks we should consider raising the retirement age for Social Security and Medicare. That's a terrible idea. And he voted over and over again to weaken and cut Medicare, driving up our costs. Ron Johnson even wanted to privatize Social Security, calling it a legal Ponzi scheme. Tell Ron Johnson to strengthen Medicare.
And now please welcome Anna Montoya.
Hello there, fellow students.
Attention foodies. With this fusion of prime rib steak, melted provolone, and other magical melty stuff, Arby's is now officially a fusion restaurant. Chef Smooch, Arby's, we have the meat.
Join us at the state capitol for the 2022 Rally for Recovery on Saturday, September 10th. Celebrate and support recovery from substance use and addiction. Recovery is for everyone. Support healing, eliminate stigma, connect with others, explore hobbies to support your recovery. Enjoy free pizza and a live DJ. Free Narcan available. Plus, kids areas, giveaways, and free beverages. We hope to see you there. For more info on the 2022 Rally for Recovery, please visit the Wisconsin Voices Facebook page or wisconsinvoicesforrecovery.org.
Who needs pants?
Got it.
Come on, let's go. Hustle.
Stroller?
Double stroller. Let's go.
Hustle, run. Come on.
Let's go.
I'm gonna fall up.
When you're traveling with 3 kids and pretty much everything they own,
hi guys, welcome.
It matters where you stay. Hilton for the stay.
We all share the same roads, but when an accident happens, we don't always share the same consequences. Big trucks can cause big damage. Injuries can be severe and may require a lifetime of care and compensation. Call Gruber Law Offices today. We can help you from the safety and comfort of your own home. Our virtual sign-up process is quick and easy. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
This is the 2022 Nissan Pathfinder and Rogue. With a range of drive modes, you can take a Sunday stroll in the least basic of places.
Get the 2022 Rogue with best-in-class fuel economy.
You are watching News 3 Now this morning.
Welcome back. We're following breaking news out of the historic Artemis launch this morning, paving the way for humans to return to the moon. The launch, originally scheduled for 7:30, reports now say that could be unlikely because of a crack in one of the engines. It's one of 4 engines here. NASA's launch team is working to troubleshoot it before the launch window closes. That happens at 10:33 a.m. Eastern Time, 9:30 our time. The weather could also be a factor here. They had been keeping an eye on storms, although it looks like just a beautiful morning at the Kennedy Space Center right now. Had that been the only issue, the rain date was scheduled for Friday. Again, this is developing in just the last half hour here. So we're going to continue to bring you updates as the morning goes on. See if the launch does indeed stay with its original time of 7:30. Could be pushed back, could be canceled altogether.
Yeah, all eyes on there. Beautiful sight down there, but obviously one of the engines, that is a big deal. So hopefully they get that figured out soon.
Absolutely. 6:13, as the National Football League prepares to cut their rosters down to 53 this week. We're in the last week of the regular season without football until 2023.
Yeah, the Packers already got started releasing linebacker Ty Summers, but before practice got underway, Matt LaFleur talked about the tough decision ahead, adding that this group understands what's at stake.
It's your least fun time of the year, anytime you have to make some of those decisions, but there's also a lot of opportunity because you're not talking about just the 53, you're talking about 16 practice squad players too. So, you know, you don't have to make quite as much movement as you had to, you know, a few years back.
In other Pack news, Aaron Rodgers was ranked 3rd in this year's NFL Top 100, making it his 9th appearance on the list. Packers' first game is just 13 days away against the Vikings.
Speaking of Rodgers, he's trending on Twitter this morning. In case you didn't catch this news from Sunday, the Green Bay QB appearing on Joe Rogan's podcast. Both Rogan and Rodgers have been loud about their skepticism surrounding the vaccine. Rodgers receiving backlash for saying he was, quote, immunized last season, only to later admit he never received the shot. Well, during the podcast, Rodgers explains his comment and said he was trying to be vague with his answer. He also thanked Rogan for his advice during the media storm that followed. The episode is roughly 3 hours long if you're interested in listening.
6:15 right now. Let's get to Chris Reese and your certified most accurate forecast, severe weather outlook for your Monday.
Yeah, we have to watch the chance for some showers and thunderstorms that do go up later on this morning and then into the afternoon. Your better chance for some stronger thunderstorms. That's going to be farther to the south. Still, though, there's a marginal risk, level 1 out of 5 for the Madison metro. That includes Lake Mills over towards Milwaukee. Janesville, Beloit over towards Monroe. That is where you have that slight risk, level 2 out of 5. Throughout parts of Illinois, you have an enhanced risk, level 3 out of 5. That also includes western Indiana and eastern Iowa over towards the Quad Cities. That being said, I'm not anticipating today to be a big weather day for us. Still, though, I can't rule out a shower or a thunderstorm. We're seeing some this morning. Most of that is fairly weak. We've also seen some showers and thunderstorms throughout parts of the Northwoods. This is what I'm watching. The showers and thunderstorms now east of Iowa, working toward Des Moines. That will be a player in the showers and thunderstorms that, again, will be largely south of us today. But we're going to be on the farthest northern extent, so we will need to watch anything that goes up. So you have one stronger shower, really, moving towards Belvedere at the moment. We've also seen a shower pop up throughout parts of Richland County this morning. Dane County, we've seen a couple of showers move through. We're trying to dry out at the moment, but I am focused on this one lone shower that's mainly north of Lake Mills along Highway 89. So if you're traveling north towards Marshall or south from Marshall towards Lake Mills and you live along Highway 89, you might get hit by this shower. It'll be very quick moving. 5 minutes, it's out of here. We do have a lot of cloud cover in play, though. 73 is the temperature. Winds are out of the south and southwest at 10 miles per hour, and dew points are into the upper 60s. It's muggy. It's the air you can wear as you step out the door this morning. And all that moisture is keeping those temperatures into the 70s as well for most of us. But it is 69 in Wisconsin Dells, 68 in Waukesha. So there are a couple of spots still into the upper 60s this morning. This is Doppler track, or future track rather, going through the rest of today. You see how we have these isolated chances for showers. At no point do we see a shower that's big enough to hit all of Dane County at once. That's generally the theme. Isolated showers earlier on, then into the afternoon and evening, we'll start to see some additional showers and thunderstorms develop again. Notice how they're way farther to the south at that point. This is a part of a bigger system that really blossoms up over northern Illinois and then pushes farther to the south and east. Anyone flying through Chicago later on this afternoon and evening, you'll want to watch that forecast closely. Once we get through today, today's the transition zone. After today, wow, look at that forecast.
Just a gorgeous one, Chris Reese.
Oh yeah, it's going to be great.
Wrapping up summer on a high note. Thank you very much. We appreciate it. 6:18, buying a new or used car, a major purchase, and navigating the sales process can be tricky and frustrating. New rules proposed by the Federal Trade Commission could be coming to help consumers, but until then, the car buying experts at Consumer Reports have some advice.
Have you ever left a car dealership with the promise of a great deal, only to realize that smooth-talking car salesman took you for a ride? Those days could be coming to an end thanks to new guidelines proposed by the Federal Trade Commission.
The FTC received more than 100,000 complaints each year over the past 3 years about shady dealership practices, and now they're trying to put into place some protections to keep them from happening to consumers.
Some of the practices the FTC would ban, not disclosing the full price of a car to any consumer who asks.
Until then, you're going to want to get as much information in writing from the dealer as possible. Ask for an itemized out-the-door price.
Including for add-ons that have already been installed on that car that's apparently the last one in stock. Sound familiar?
Under the new rules, you would not have to pay more in order to purchase the vehicle. But until then, you need to negotiate with the dealer and try and get those extras taken off.
And did you know that half a dealer's profit, about $1,200 for new cars, and at least a third of the profits, or $900 for used, comes from extra financing, leasing, and service fees?
At the end of the whole process, check the paperwork, check the math. If there is an extra that you want to buy, negotiate the price on that, and don't fall for unnecessary extras.
Like those nitrogen-filled tires, Consumer Reports has seen charges as high as $495, even though one company says dealers should charge only $8 to $12 for a fill. Consumer Reports recommends skipping nitrogen altogether, no matter the price. And how about when you go pick up the car only to be told there was a mistake? The car just got sold. The only one left is more expensive.
It's the classic bait and switch. And in most states, it's illegal. It's at least an unfair trade practice. And it's your sign that you should walk away from this dealership.
20 after 6 right now. Ahead in trending, an unexpected wildlife encounter.
You got to see it to believe it, folks. And ahead in our next half hour, breaking news on a really historic launch at the Kennedy Space Center. Why the Artemis launch might be delayed this morning. Stay with us.
Channel 3000 Plus. Watch from your streaming media player or mobile device.
Cobus Buses, now hiring.
My name is Mike Williams. I've been driving school bus off and on for 21 years. Here at our terminal, we're kind of like a family too. Somebody has an issue with a bus, other people kick in and help and get the job done.
Velco Factory Direct. What does that mean? It means no middleman, no overpriced, underperforming windows. It means getting what you want, when you want, without breaking the bank. It means when you buy one window, you'll get one free. Yes, free. It means quality craftsmanship, custom designs, and a lifetime warranty. It means a team of window professionals dedicated to one thing above all, your delight. Buy one window, get one free, ends Labor Day. Call now.
For quality windows, siding, and doors, call 866 for Velco.
Nothing beats a great night's sleep on a new Tempur-Pedic mattress from Steinhoffels. During our Labor Day sale, get great deals on Tempur-Pedic mattresses, like a queen Tempur-Pedic for only $22.49. Plus, you get $300 in Steinhoffels cash. Or save up to $700 on Tempur-Pedic adjustable base sets. And you can rest easy when you take advantage of Steinhoffels' 60-month zero-interest financing. Isn't it time you got a great night's sleep? Relax, it's Steinhoffels.
Made in America is more than just a slogan. It's smart policy. When we manufacture things here, our shelves are stocked, and it creates jobs you can raise a family on. Like my parents had. My mom was a teacher, and my dad worked third shift. I'm tired of the excuses from millionaires running the Senate. I'll bring manufacturing back here, so folks like you who actually earn your paychecks finally get a fair shot. I'm Mandela Barnes, and I approve this message.
Is this the new phone?
Yeah. With US Cellular, I got to pick any phone that I wanted for free. And I was already a customer.
Any brand? With any size?
Mm-hmm. I got exactly what I wanted. Big screen, big storage. I cannot remember the last time I had so many different options.
At US Cellular, new and current customers can get any phone from any brand free.
Are you actually texting them?
I don't know. I just thought I would just...
US Cellular, where every plan is price protected.
One bite of 100% Angus beef ballpark frank, and you'll say, hello, summer. Oh, yeah, it's ballpark season.
Reviews are very important. It really reflects on how we're handling customers at Precision Door. It's feeling like I'm helping out my neighbor. Quality service quickly from a name you can trust.
Precision Door service, a name you can trust.
Cobeson Buses, now hiring.
Working with Cobeson, it's definitely been great because of the flexibility. If you do need time off, they work around you. They definitely try to make it a company that's based for you.
Visit Cobeson.com to apply.
Welcome back. We always ask you to share your morning with us. Lulu sent in this shot. Believe it or not, this is his I'm happy it's Friday face. A face in a tree. Classic. Right out of Pocahontas.
I always love this, like even like growing up, and I still do this. Like if I see like a cloud that looks like a face, or if I see something that looks like a face, I don't know, I just kind of like it.
You're going to be a great dad, that's for sure.
I mean, that's very lifelike right there.
Yeah, it's
Lulu.
really cool.
Yeah, I love it.
Sucker for a good old gnarly tree.
You're telling me that there's cemeteries where they carve faces of old men into trees.
Yeah, in Highland, you know, you drive around the back roads and people will have carved old man faces. I think there's a thumb somewhere. Highland folks will correct me, but yeah, take a trip out to the metropolis of Highland. Check that out. It's a tourist destination.
We love it. Yeah. All right, if you want to share your photo like Lulu, please do so. All you have to do is send us the photo using the hashtag MyNews3Morning.
Trending this morning, residents of the city of Brotherly Love had an unexpected wildlife encounter.
Yeah, meet Wally the alligator. He paid a visit to Philadelphia's Love Park to cool himself in the fountains. The reptile is also a TikTok star and a licensed emotional support animal. At 7 years old, the reptile is currently in the lead of the new pet popularity contest, America's Favorite Pet Animal Kingdom. It is legal to own an alligator as a pet in Pennsylvania, but it's against state law to release them into the wild. Wally's go-to treats are cheese puffs and raw chicken.
Rar.
Rar.
I don't think that's the sound they make, boys.
Well, how else are you going to make it now?
What sound does an alligator make?
The chewing of cheese puffs. Apparently.
So is that the Leo Lynchette sound too?
It is the Leo Lynchette sound. I was going to say, an alligator after my own heart. I love a good cheese puff.
I bet you the alligator doesn't leave quite the mess that you do after eating those cheese puffs, though.
Oh, yeah. That's, I admit it. I own it. My name is Leah, and I'm kind of a messy eater.
All right. Well, at least you admit to it.
I do.
At least you have fun while eating.
I am time of my life. You never found a happier Leah than when she's got a treat in her mouth. That's for sure.
Gosh. We'll be right back. Live look here, 6:26. We're following the breaking news of that Artemis 1 launch when we come back.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
What you see is important. How you see is important too. Get personalized care from experienced optometrists at Shopco Optical. Better eye care. You'll see. Right now, get 40% off lenses with the purchase of any frames. Shopco Optical.
If Tim Michaels is governor, here's what reproductive health care would look like in Wisconsin. Providing abortions? A felony. Exceptions in cases of rape or incest? None. Here's what Michaels says to Wisconsin women who get pregnant after being raped. To ask her to go through the birth is not unreasonable. Tim Michaels is a radical and divisive politician coming for your rights. Wisconsin women deserve better. Vote no on Tim Michaels.
It's time to amp up the fun at your local Ford dealer during the final days of the Summer Supercharged sales event. You still have time to lock in your order on select Ford vehicles, and we'll lock in your rate. Even if rates go up before your order comes in, you're protected. So stop by your Ford dealer today during the final days of the Summer Supercharged sales event. Hurry to lock in 2.9% financing for 60 months on select Ford trucks and SUVs, only at your local Ford dealer.
Making a home means making decisions. Lots of them. So we promise to be here with prices you'll love if you just promise to put your heart into it. Seasons change, but our lowest price promise is every day. Shop fall at Lowe's today.
Family-owned Brothers Maine is celebrating Labor Day with special deals on Whirlpool kitchen and laundry appliances. With our low price guarantee and free delivery, you can kick back and relax. We've got it covered. Feel like family. Brothers Maine.
Made in America is more than just a slogan. It's smart policy. When we manufacture things here, our shelves are stocked, and it creates jobs you can raise a family on. Like my parents had. My mom was a teacher, and my dad worked third shift. I'm tired of the excuses from millionaires running the Senate. I'll bring manufacturing back here So folks like you who actually earn your paychecks finally get a fair shot. I'm Mandela Barnes, and I approve this message.
So I climbed into the cab and then I settled down inside. I've been everywhere, man. I've been everywhere, man. I've traveled, I've had my share, man. I've been everywhere.
This month, shop Surgenian's semi-annual sale. We offer the largest Core-Tex selection in Madison. Carpet featuring Pet Solutions nylon, timeless hardwood, and more. Surgenian's semi-annual sale has savings up to 25% in all departments. Local, sustainable Surgenian's.
What you see is important. That makes quality eye care important too. Get personalized care from experienced optometrists at Shopko Optical. Better eye care. You'll see. It's back to school time. Prep your student for success with a comprehensive eye exam.
This morning, Vision Zero will tell you where drivers will need to slow down starting today.
Breaking news from the launch pad of the Kennedy Space Center. A potential delay to the historic Artemis flight scheduled for this morning. The issue engineers are scrambling to fix.
And I'm watching the sky and radar this morning. We have seen some showers go up. We'll tell you where more could be possible.
Good Monday morning, everybody. Welcome to News 3 Now this morning. Thanks for waking up with us. I'm Leah Lynchide.
And I'm Josh Breiter. Chris Stanford has the morning off. We'll get to that breaking news of that possible delay of the Artemis 1 launch this morning here in just a couple of minutes.
But first, we're going to start with your first warn weather. A transition day, really. We're following some storms as they make way for beautiful weather ahead.
Exactly. Today is a day where we switch from a little bit more of a stormy pattern into more of a quiet and more relaxed pattern. Still an unsettled look to the sky this morning, and it is muggy and mild to start. 73 is where the temperature stands. The dew points are into the upper 60s, keeping things just humid while you are out and about. I've seen some showers and thunderstorms pop up and fall apart this morning. Another one that's just popped up, this is near Richland Center. That'll be working its way towards parts of Sauk County, but in Dane County, things are all dry this morning. We're not seeing any issues in Dane County at the moment. Temperatures over the next 12 hours will warm up, though, into the mid-80s. It's going to be fairly muggy, and then you'll see your off and on chance for a shower. We could see some this morning, and then we're dry into the afternoon, then another round of storms perhaps mid-afternoon into early evening. Then we'll finally really see that transition take shape. By 7 o'clock, it's going to be much less humid and more comfortable. Temperatures will be into the 70s.
All right, Chris Reese, thank you. 6:31 right now as you head out the door this morning for your commute. Some important information for you to know on a few busy Madison streets.
Oh, yeah, it's going to affect your morning commute today and going forward. Shane Hogan has all the details in studio. Hey, Shane.
Yeah, Leah, drivers will need to slow down a bit on a few popular streets in Madison starting today. It's all part of the city's Vision Zero program. The impacted section is on Mineral Point Road from South Whitney Way to the Beltline, where the speed limit will drop from 40 to 35 miles per hour. This stretch is home to commercial retail, including the Westtown Mall, schools, and a key road leading to the Beltline. According to the city's website, the change in speed limit should not affect travel times. Vision Zero is a data-driven strategy the city of Madison is adopting to eliminate traffic deaths and severe injuries on all roadways, bikeways, and sidewalks. A total of 15 people have suffered serious injuries due to crashes on Mineral Point Road since 2016, and 4 others have died. That includes a bicyclist who was killed in early June. The city says there are future plans in 2023 and 2024 for improvements along the stretch of Mineral Point Road for a shared use path to make it safer for those not in a vehicle. There are 3 more scheduled speed reductions set for 2022, including ones on Old Sauk Road, Portage Road, and Seago Road as well. So really important info as you make the way out the door this morning.
Yeah, we've seen several streets lower their speed limits this summer. Just adding to the list. Shane Hogan, thank you very much.
Another first warn traffic alert for you for your morning commute. North Shore Drive now under construction. It's going to be partially closed until Thursday.
The construction moves on to phase 2 today. That means the eastbound section of the road will be reduced to 1 lane. Delays are expected along John Nolan Drive as well as North Shore Drive alive during that construction.
New this morning, a skydiver is dead after a hard landing in Racine County. The sheriff's office says the Tennessee man was a professional skydiver practicing near the Skydive Midwest property when he landed in a pond Sunday. The incident remains under investigation.
An outage at a major oil refinery in Indiana threatening fuel supply across the entire Midwest. An electrical fire caused the BP refinery to shut down late last week. To make sure there's not another spike in gas prices here and across the Midwest, the Department of Transportation is temporarily waiving trucking restrictions. That's talking about the terms of hours for those hauling petroleum in several states, including in Wisconsin. The EPA also issuing RVP waivers. Those allow stations to start selling those winter gasoline mixes early.
We'll expand the pool of gasoline available. Essentially, there are more and readily available components for winter gasoline than summer gasoline.
Right now, there is no indication of when the facility will reopen.
A man is in custody in Watertown after a 14-hour standoff with police. Officers say he violated his bond conditions, but when they went to arrest him, he refused to cooperate, resulting in gunfire. It first started around 4 in the afternoon Saturday on Arlington Way. Officers say during the standoff, the suspect pointed a gun at them multiple times and made comments about wanting to start a gunfight. A SWAT team was later called in where they used gas and other distraction devices, but the man refused to surrender. However, they later entered the home and were able to arrest him. Right now, police are not publicly naming the suspect.
Some breaking news out of Bend, Oregon. Authorities are investigating after a gunman opened fire into a Safeway supermarket.
It was loud enough to make me and 3 other employees ran into a walk-in refrigerator and closed the door and stayed there. We stayed hidden until the authorities arrived.
Police say the shooter killed 2 people and was later found dead inside the store himself. Officers say they also found an AR-15 and a shotgun near the body. Authorities are working to obtain search warrants this morning as the investigation continues.
The legal and national security implications of Friday's release of a redacted affidavit are still coming to light this morning. A federal judge has set a hearing for Thursday to consider whether to grant former President Trump's request for a special master, a third party to oversee the review of those seized documents. A new CBS News poll finds 85% of Democrats, but only 20% of Republicans say the search of the former president's residence was about national security. The release of the heavily redacted affidavit didn't offer much clarity into the motive behind the FBI's actions.
The hypocrisy of folks in my party that spent years chanting "lock her up" about Hillary Clinton because of some deleted emails are now out there defending a man who very clearly did not take the national security of the United States to heart.
That same CBS poll said 90% of Republicans think the FBI search was a political attempt to damage former President Trump.
An abortion action fair held for the first time in Madison yesterday at Old Brick Park with local activists there to educate the community about abortion in Wisconsin. Social Feminist Collective of Madison brought the local groups together. The collective also started a petition to strike down the Wisconsin ban on abortion. Other groups are helping women in search of a legal abortion.
And I can get them funding resources to get them, like, whether transportation support, like bus passes, or, you know, help with childcare, help with actual funding for an abortion.
Governor Evers, meanwhile, has since sued to overturn the state's abortion ban.
6:37 right now, and back to that breaking news we've been following all morning. All eyes are on the launch pad at 39B at Kennedy Space Center at this hour as NASA kickstarts its program to get back to the moon for the first time in 50 years. Skylar Henry is at the Space Center with those late-breaking details about what is threatening this historic flight this morning.
The countdown was on for NASA's new moon rocket until a hydrogen leak this morning slowed things down. The issue appeared in the same area during a dress rehearsal in the spring. Jeremy Parsons is on the team in charge of sending the rocket and Orion capsule on a more than 1-month journey.
I've always wanted to be a part of going back to the moon, and this is that first big step.
The $4 billion unpiloted mission is a bit of a test run, going beyond the far side of the moon before returning to Earth's orbit, splashing into the Pacific, traveling a total of more than 1.3 million miles.
But you're testing it to its limits to make sure that these things are
are capable to do what y'all are designing it to do?
At every level, right down to the smallest piece, we test, we test, we test again. Then when we've integrated it together, we test once more.
The mission kicks off NASA's hope of getting people back on the moon to its south pole as early as 2025.
When you build a spacecraft, you can't take any chances. Certainly not when you're building a human-rated spacecraft.
Setting the stage for future human exploration into deep space and possibly a landing on Mars. Skyler Henry, CBS News at the Kennedy Space Center.
So as they work to fix that crack in the engine, they report that the window to launch today closes at 10:33 Eastern time. Of course, that's 9:33 our time. If they can't do that today because of the crack or the weather, they will plan to try again on Friday. CBS is planning to run a special report when that launch does take place. Of course, all eyes on that this morning on Twitter. There are just all these updates coming in, so of course we'll keep you updated too.
Yeah, NASA tweeting within the last minute here, the last 60 seconds, that the countdown clock is on a hold at T-minus 40 minutes. Now, they are hoping to still hold the launch this morning, but they're continuing to keep an eye on that cracked engine, see what happens.
Obviously, that window is only so big, right? So if they don't get it done, they'll get it done eventually.
6:39 now. Let's take a live look outside here in Madison. A beautiful week ahead. Looks like a dry commute so far today, but will this weather last for the holiday weekend? Chris Reese is going to let us know after the break.
Plus, a big showing of support for families dealing with breast cancer at the More Than Pink Walk. We'll be right back.
And he got so upset. Oh my God. Look. No way. She has definitely got some work done. Doesn't even look the same anymore. Talk about an extreme makeover. I wonder how much money she spent on those upgrades.
Hey! The house looks great, right? 3 years, no interest on roofing and siding from Feldco.
Right now, get 3 years, no interest on Feldco Roofing and Siding.
3 years, no interest on Feldco Roofing and Siding ends Labor Day. Call now.
866 for Feldco.
We're an electrical contractor for commercial ag companies. We have 80 employees and 40 trucks, and we operate all over. We're paying almost double what we did last year for fuel, and policies from liberals in Washington are making it worse. Senator Ron Johnson is fighting for relief at the pump. He voted to finish the Keystone Pipeline and increase U.S. oil and gas production. That could make a real difference for small businesses like us. Tell Senator Ron Johnson, keep fighting to restore American energy independence.
I'm Bob Adcock with Circle A Land and Livestock, and this is my John Deere. We've been with Sloan Implement since my father started farming, my grandfather started farming. They are a family business that's been around for generations, and that's very important to us. The personnel, the customer service that they provide, it's maybe not, you could say Sloan's first, but they put customers first. And that's why I think Sloan's first.
How do you use your energy? Hitting the ball farther than yesterday? Fielding whatever comes your way? Trying to shine as bright as the sun? At Alliant Energy, we bring more clean, renewable energy to our customers every single day to power what matters to you. Because even during the most powerful moments in our lives, we're not thinking about power. We're thinking about each other. Alliant Energy, powering beyond.
For your most brilliant smile, Crest has you covered. Nice smile, Brad. Nice. Thanks. Crest 3D White, 100% more stain removal. Crest, the #1 toothpaste brand in America.
Just between us, cleaning with a mopping bucket is such a hassle. Ugh. Well, I switched to Swiffer WetJet, and it's awesome. It's an all-in-one that absorbs dirt and grime deep inside, and it helps prevent streaks and haze. Stop cleaning and start Swiffering.
How much life insurance should you have in case a family tragedy strikes? Leah Linscheid talks with an insurance expert and shares one family's story of caution.
If I can change this for other people down the road, that would be great.
Call for action. Tonight at 10.
News 3 Now Sports brings you the Badger Blueprint. Join us every week for an exclusive look at Wisconsin football. From the practice field to the locker room to game day previews and highlights. Badger Blueprint, Wednesdays only on News 3 Now at 10.
You are watching News 3 Now this morning.
Hi, Chris. I'm Stuart from the far west side of Madison. Chris, plan my day.
Hey, Stuart, here's what we're looking at. It's cloudy to start. It's also mild to start this morning. You get towards the western side of Madison area and Dane County, and temperatures are into the 70s. Some low, maybe even some mid-70s begin to show up. So it is indeed a mild and muggy morning. One of the things I'm going to be watching, Stuart, is a chance to see a stronger thunderstorm or two today. There's a marginal risk, level 1 out of 5 for severe weather. Now, as you work your way farther towards the south, you end up with a slight risk, level 2 out of 5, and then the enhanced risk even farther south across parts of Illinois. What we have going on is a cold front that's just to our north, and as it pushes to the south, we will start to see some showers of thunderstorms try to develop along that front, and then ultimately it becomes a bigger deal for areas along and south of I-80. That being said, we've seen some lightning early this morning. Most of that's fizzled out. We've seen some showers of thunderstorms across the Northwoods as well, and I'm watching this complex of showers of thunderstorms moving out of Omaha toward Des Moines this morning. That will be a key player in how things play out farther to the south later on this afternoon as well. Outside of that, I'm watching this one lone shower that's moving into parts of Sauk County, moving northeastward this morning. Dane County, Madison, we are all dry at this point. So the one areas where we're seeing our showers this morning, they've all kind of fizzled out. It's 73 at the airport, cloudy skies. Winds are out of the south and southwest at 10 miles per hour. Just about all of us are hanging out into the low 70s this morning. I want to put things into motion, though. We see our chances for some showers off and on today, but at no point are any of these showers big enough to really impact all of Dane County at once. So it's just showers that pass by, and then we'll see a better chance for some of those showers and thunderstorms again developing more so into the afternoon and evening. That will develop into a line, and that line is what's going to push farther to the south, becoming a much bigger deal for the Chicago area over towards Indianapolis later on this evening. After today's the transition zone. It is smooth sailing for the rest of this week.
Love to hear it. Chris Reese, thank you very much. It's 6:45 on your Monday. A big show of support for families dealing with breast cancer this weekend during the Susan G. Komen More Than Pink Walk.
I was lucky enough to be part of the very special day and MC the event. Of course, it had to go virtual the past 2 years because of COVID. So this year's walk was a special reunion. You can see the survivors walking down to the stage right there. A very special reunion as participants were finally being able to be surrounded by supporters again. It was an early morning on Willow Island at the Alliant Energy Center on Sunday, with gates opening 2 hours ahead of time for the walk for survivors, their families, and anyone else impacted by breast cancer.
It's so great to see the survivors. It's great to see everybody fighting, nobody giving up.
Even those who have been lost, it's a chance to remember them. Me, I get emotional because I'm so proud of her.
An emotional day, a lot of tears yesterday, making up about 30% of all new female cancers each year. Breast cancer is the second most common cancer in women in the United States, following skin cancer.
Boy, I bet you saw some really emotional folks yesterday.
You know, it's one of those things, I think we've all been touched by cancer at some point. You know, my dad had cancer about 25 years ago now. So we all have a story. Everyone comes from different backgrounds, and sometimes it kind of puts you back in check that you never know what people are going through behind the scenes, right? Some of these stories, and just inspiration is, it's amazing. It truly is.
We've sponsored this walk for years now, and every year it moves me to tears to see what these women have gone through, to hear them talk about the people they've lost, and the warriors who've made it through. It's amazing.
Even it was very rainy out there yesterday, but that
never stopped anything. They always have rain, and it's almost like you think rain's going to stop us after everything we've been through.
It was kind of cool. It was like pouring rain during the ceremony, but then it stopped right at the start of the walk. Though it did start raining again, but yeah, it was a beautiful morning.
Love it. Hey, a rescued beagle got to get up close and personal with their new owners here in Madison this weekend. This is Peanut Butter. She was rescued from horrific conditions in a Virginia puppy mill. We've been talking about this puppy mill for a while. Thousands of beagles coming out of there. Dane for Dogs has been taking care of Miss Peanut Butter since mid-June, along with 6 other dogs recovered from the puppy mill. All 6 have found forever homes in the Midwest.
I'm tearing up looking at these dogs going to these wonderful homes now. It's just such a different life for them from where they would have been.
It's one of the most rewarding things you can do is see the love in a dog's eyes.
Dane for Dogs reports in just 2 months, Peanut Butter Butter has transformed from a shy, timid girl into a sweet, brave, and curious dog. Look how cute. Their next step is to get her house trained. Important detail.
Just eat jelly, peanut butter and jelly,
Peanut butter and jelly. Beagles are so adorable.
They are so cute.
Until they howl, perhaps.
Oh, yes, yeah. Look out.
Maybe a new addition for your home.
Oh. Bascom's enough right up the street.
Yeah, Josh loves to visit, hates the hair.
6:48 right now. Coming up in the morning sprint, a big announcement from Taylor Swift overnight that has Swifties feeling good today.
And a live look at the Kennedy Space Center at this hour. We continue to follow breaking news out of the launch that was supposed to be historic, taking place at 7:30 this morning. Why it may be potentially delayed today.
But first, if you have a little kid turning 3 soon, please let us know so we can show their picture on TV. We'll be right back after this.
Look Who's 3 is sponsored by Three Bears Resort, Indoor Water Park and Conference Center in Warrens, Wisconsin.
Slumberland Furniture has savings up to 50% off list prices, or in some cases, even more, at our Labor Day sale on now. Shop our big selection of sectionals, sofas, recliners, dining, and bedrooms. Shop the huge Labor Day sale on now.
Made in America is more than just a slogan. It's smart policy. When we manufacture things here, our shelves are stocked, and it creates jobs you can raise a family on. Like my parents had. My mom was a teacher, and my dad worked third shift. I'm tired of the excuses from millionaires running the Senate. I'll bring manufacturing back here, so folks like you who actually earn your paychecks finally get a fair shot. I'm Mandela Barnes, and I approve this message.
Here at Precision, we are veteran-owned, and we take pride in servicing not only our community, but serving our country as well. No job is too big, and no job is too small. Here at Precision, we'll fix them all.
Precision Door Service, a name you can trust.
It sure feels good when you get it right. And with the #1 power toothbrush brand recommended by dental professionals, Philips Sonicare makes it easy for you to always get brushing right. Philips.
What can Sono Bello do for you? How about a new shape?
Oh my gosh, I'm so happy. I just put this dress on that I haven't worn in over 10 years.
New confidence.
I can see a huge difference. Look at this.
New you.
I can wear a little black dress. I feel sexy.
With Sono Bello, you can permanently remove stubborn fat in just one visit. Don't wait. The results I've seen achieved are truly outstanding.
Schedule your free, no-obligation consultation with Sono Bello, America's #1 cosmetic surgery specialist, and find out how you can get $250 off. Sono Bello uses Tri-Sculpt micro-laser liposuction to remove your diet-resistant fat cells permanently for incredible transformations in just one visit.
I have one big regret. I didn't go sooner.
Call 1-888-622-8360 or go to sonobello.com.
If Tim Michaels is governor, here's what reproductive health care would look like in Wisconsin. Providing abortions? A felony. Exceptions in cases of rape or incest? None. Here's what Michaels says to Wisconsin women who get pregnant after being raped. To ask her to go through the birth is not unreasonable. Tim Michaels is a radical and divisive politician coming for your rights. Wisconsin women deserve better. Vote no on Tim Michaels.
Get up to 50% off list prices or more at our Labor Day mattress sale at Slumberland Furniture. Like this special purchase Sealy Posturepedic for just $5.99, or this ultra firm Sealy Posturepedic for $10.99. For your easiest shopping ever, Slumberland Furniture.
Go to Amazon.com skills to enable Channel 3000 news briefs.
6:51, time for the morning sprint.
We're keeping an eye on whether the historic Artemis launch at the Kennedy Space Center will be delayed as crews deal with a cracked engine. You're taking a live look at the Kennedy Space Center right now. But first, let's get to our local headlines. 4 people are recovering after an overnight shooting in the village of Clinton Sunday morning. This is in Rock County. Sheriff's deputies there say it happened shortly after 12:30 on East Little Lane. That's near Highway 140 and Interstate 43. There's not a lot of information available right now on what exactly happened. Officers do say there is no threat to the community. All 4 people were taken to the hospital. They're expected to survive. The shooting is under investigation.
A prison supervisor at the Racine prison has been arrested, accused of having repeated sexual encounters with an inmate in her office. The sheriff's office first received allegations that a 37-year-old Racine Correctional Institution supervisor was having that inappropriate relationship with a prisoner. Investigators learned she had given the inmate a cell phone. They seized that phone, which they say support the allegations. The inmate telling investigators they've had sex between 20 to 40 times since April. She's being held at the county jail in a $1.1 million cash bond. She is not being named because she has not yet been charged.
The man accused of killing 6 people when he drove his SUV through a Wisconsin Christmas parade had to be escorted out of court Friday. Take a look. It was all caught on camera. The commotion came shortly after Darrell Brooks fell asleep in the courtroom. He had to be woken up by his lawyers. You can see him exchanging words right here. The judge denied a motion as well to dismiss information obtained when Brooks was interrogated the day after his arrest. He's set to be tried on those homicide charges starting in October.
The Sparta community is in mourning this morning after a teenager was killed in a car crash. Police say a 16-year-old exited a road near the intersection of County Highway BC and Fairway Road around 9:30 Thursday night. They determined the vehicle rolled and came to a stop in a shallow creek at the bottom of that embankment. Family and friends went looking for him after he didn't arrive at the destination. They eventually found him, calling 911.
There are only a couple more days left of the IIHF Women's World Championships. And in case you missed it, Badger Nation being well represented for both Team USA and Team Canada. Blair Turnbull able to get a goal for Canada and earning player of the game here. Canada and U.S. will now put their Badgers to the test tomorrow when they face off against one another.
The federal government ending its offer to ship free at-home COVID tests this coming Friday. The Biden administration first launching that program through the covid.gov website back in January. 3 rounds of ordering tests has occurred since then for every household. The reason for its suspension, Congress hasn't provided the additional funding necessary for that program to continue.
Companies that experienced unexpected booms during the pandemic now seeing unexpected busts. Peloton, its stock soared 434% as fitness enthusiasts skipped the gym to exercise at home. Now shares have lost more than 90% of their value since the end of 2020. The video app Zoom, meanwhile, has seen its earnings plunge 70%.
I thought it might be a fun moment to tell you that my brand new album comes out October 21st.
Breaking overnight, MTV Video Music Awards ending with Taylor Swift accepting the award for Video of the Year for All Too Well 10-minute version. In her acceptance speech, she also announced her 10th studio album. Other big winners included Harry Styles winning Album of the Year and Bad Bunny winning Artist of the Year.
Hey, this Saturday, you have the chance to take in a movie for just $3. The National Cinema Foundation partnering with more than 3,000 theaters nationwide for National Cinema Day. Big chains like Regal and here locally AMC are participating in the event, as are smaller independent theaters. Take a look at your screen right now. That list right there includes the Dane County locations that are participating.
We are watching a chance to see a stronger thunderstorm or two later on this afternoon. There's a marginal risk for severe weather across parts of the area. The greater chance of that is going to be farther to the south. 73 headed out the door right now. Mostly cloudy skies, winds out to the south and southwest at 7, and the dew points are into the upper 60s, keeping things muggy. We'll see a chance for a shower or thunderstorm this morning, along with another chance in the afternoon. We'll top out at 85.
All right, Chris, thank you.
Stay with us, folks. Continuing coverage of the Artemis launch and whether it's going to make history today before the window closes as crews deal with that cracked engine. Stay with News 3 Now for the very latest.